My name is Harry Enchin. Well, my mother's the ninth of 10 children, and as I said, she grew up in the Junction. And in recent years, unfortunately, she developed a bit of memory loss. And that was one of the drivers really for my project for the photography in the Toronto Times series. I went for a drive in the West End of Toronto where my mother's family grew up. We went to the street where the family actually, over the years, lived in two different homes. She grew up in the 1930s, and we went there at a time where, of course, the family home was long gone and replaced by, I think, some kind of institutional building on that street. And that got me thinking about the changes in the city, the changes in urban streetscapes over time. Having people in a photograph interacting on the same spot in the city from 80 years ago, interacting with someone who's now standing a few feet away from where a person stood 80 or 90 years ago as part of that collage. That's a very, very compelling technique. Well, I think I'm trying to do something different in that I'm evoking memory through art and bridging the gaps between decades and linking the old and the new. And if the art, if the work on display helps people to remember their past and it makes them think about some of the social issues in some cases, then I think the work has succeeded. I think I'm creating, in a way, a new construct. So I'm not so much losing from the old or just adding to the old. I think it's this new composition is creating a new artifact or a new way of looking at time and place. There's one image, for example, that has a prim and proper gentleman with a bowler hat looking askew strangely at something. He seems to be perturbed by something. And that collage, I think, really worked to demonstrate the changes in society, how people were walking and living in downtown Toronto back then and now. I've been encouraged by the response to date here in Toronto, so much so that I've already started to work, and I'm hopefully will be exhibiting very shortly some work based in New York. Because I think this idea of the work being a metaphor for the continuity of time and space is really universal. It's not specific to one geography or one locale. I think it's universal, this need for people to remember the past and place themselves in context and think about their city and what's happening about their city.